Welcome back. After setting the popover, I'm going to trigger the event from inside the button of the popover. To do that, I would need to have a new wheel controller for the popover. So I will create one here. Let's call it popover wheel controller. And I don't need the zip file in this case because we are using the storyboard already. Save the file, then go to the storyboard and set this view here to using the popover wheel controller. With this setup, then I could go into the automatic one with the popover wheel controller. I'm going to drag this as a IP action. Simply click or anything you like. I create the action here. And then we go back to the sidebar wheel controller. Copy what we have before. Basically cut it and paste it to the popover wheel controller inside the IP action. So what this does is now by clicking the plus button inside the popover, it will increment the value on the right side. As you can see, I click here, it opens up the popover. When I click it, it should show over there, but it blocks our sight. If we simply dismiss it, we'll see the value is changing. So we can do two modifications here to make the user experience better. Firstly, go to the sidebar. Say the current issue is that the popover is blocking the value showing on the right side. So maybe we can show the popover at the bottom edge, doing this by changing it to maximum Y coordinate. So now, if I click the popover, hands out here, so we can see the value is changing. Or the other thing we could do is go to popover wheel controller and say I want to dismiss the popover after the click action is done. So let me set a comment here first, dismiss popover. However, the popover object is now residing to the sidebar wheel controller. Possibly, I want to move some of the code over there. Say I could move all the code to popover. Say build it now, and I will need to restructure a little bit. Say the popover can be defined as an instance variable. The wheel controller is now self, and I may want to have a function called show popover, which pass in a view. Typing is so bad today. And possibly doing like this. For whatever wheel passing it in, I will use it as the reference point to show the popover. It is not UI wheel, as we are using OSX, it should be NS wheel. Okay, like this. And I will add I have a practice of adding a static function called load from lib, which is to simplify, not really simplify, but contains the code in generating the instance of this wheel controller. So I would generally do like this, and in this case, I could move this code into here. This will be returning the popover wheel controller, and it will return the VC. So by calling load from lib, I create the wheel controller from the storyboard and then return itself. So now inside my wheel controller, the caller side, it could be more clean by just doing popover wheel controller dot load from lib like this. And then I could call the show popover here and pass my button. Button is a subclass of the NS view, so I could pass my button here, and then it will go to the show popover, and the popover will show using the button spans and the buttons view. And so now if I click, it increments, and then I could have a reference to the popover and do a perform close. I could pass new here or pass a sender telling the popover who is dismissing the popover. It will be useful for the delegate callback. But we could let it first, and now what would happen is this. I click and there is an error. Content wheel controller equal to self. Oh, there's an issue. Wheel did know when wheel did know is running, the wheel is not ready, so the wheel is new, and thus setting content wheel controller here is not correct. So what I could do is move it to this point, because after running the first line, the VC, the wheel controller, finish instantiating. That means the view inside is instantiated, and then I could do a vc.popover .content wheel controller setting to the VC, which is this instance. And let's try again. Okay, this time it works. So by clicking the button here, it shows the popover. I click here, it increments and dismisses the popover. So that's it for today. We will be adding the value change in the next tutorial. So it is incrementing the value input instead of 1 every time. See you soon.